Hi everybody, welcome to Aikidoflow. Now, a lot of people ask the question today, or maybe they don't ask the question, but they wonder if Aikido is still relevant. Now, in my opinion, Aikido wasn't relevant anymore until about 7-8 years ago we started this channel. So today, we're gonna have a look at this. Aikido.
So hang on. So why wasn't it relevant? Let's just dig into it straight away.
The reason
what
why,
was going on with Aikido?
The reason why it wasn't relevant is because all the Aikido you saw until Steven Seagal came out, all the Aikido you saw was really kind of, floaty, and it just annoyed me. And even like there were certain other martial arts where these no-touch martial arts. But what annoyed me is that you see these guys doing this no-touch thing where somebody puts their hand on the shoulder and they go, oh, and the person goes flying. A lot of them were wearing hakamas, which people looked at for, oh, that's Aikido. And that just annoyed me, but it wasn't Aikido some of the times.
Yeah.
But sometimes even these Aikido videos, they're just they annoy the hell out of me. Everything's just kind of so floaty, and it's just, you could tell it's just not effective.
How did we get to that point?
I think because, the founder of Aikido, he was quite an elderly guy.
Yiba.
Yeah, Yiba. And he made Aikido, the way he did Aikido, it almost looked like he wasn't doing anything. And I think people took that to a next level. They kind of almost misinterpreted that. Because he was an elderly man, obviously he couldn't really implement full strength and stuff like that.
So out of respect to him, they didn't really force it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They didn't pressure test him.
Yes. Yes. So I just feel like people just took that to another level and just made the Aikido almost so ineffective. And then Steven Seagal came out, and then he's the one who made it look effective.
Or showing us what you could do with it.
Yes.
You know what I liked about Steven Seagal is that he didn't just stick to the techniques. He put all of the stuff in between it.
Yes. Yes.
He put all the punches, he put
kicks,
some kicks, exactly,
yes.
and the movements, and he
Yes.
actually put stuff between it. Instead of just the wrist turns and the throws and whatever it is, he actually filled the spaces.
Exactly.
I think it was I'm looking for.
Exactly. He is the one who made it relevant. Like even I remember a lot of the techniques he did with Kotegeiji, Shiinagi, but one of the things I remember he did was, what movie was it? I can't remember if it was Out for Justice or Hard to Kill or something where he just beat up some guy and some big guy comes out and he's like, what are you doing to my friend? And the Steven Seagal kind of turns to walk away and he goes, boom, and he punches him in his solar plexus. The guy just caves in. And it's just like, that was just so...
I think he did that in every film.
Yeah, but that was so brilliant to me. And that was just it was just so nice to see somebody who is a proper, practice Aikido and was implementing other things in there. So he made it relevant again, in my opinion. The reason why Aikido for me is still relevant today is because Aikido taught me something which you can implement in every single street fight, in every single martial arts, which is what more people should do. Like, for example, if somebody, let's say, throws a punch at you, most people do this. They do that. And that's a natural instinct. But if they do that, another punch comes, and these punches keep coming, and eventually that punch is going to get you. Aikido taught me this. This is what Aikido taught me. This is what Aikido taught me. It taught me to move in. And if I'm moving in on somebody, that can move in, there's so much I can do here. I can get him here. If he comes with a hook or something and I move in here, there's so much I can do from this point onwards. There's so much you can do when you move in. But when you stay at this arm's length, you're always going to be in danger. When I'm here, I'm in so much less danger. He's in danger now. And that's what it taught me. So even if I do karate or something like that, just moving in and getting myself to a position where I'm less vulnerable is going to benefit me. That's for me why Aikido is so relevant. Another reason why it's so relevant to me is because, especially working on the doors, like I used to, what I found was, if I'm in a situation, I end up hitting somebody, boom, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. If I kick someone, I'm in trouble. But if somebody comes at me and I do something here and I get them in some sort of like an arm bar or something or other, or I come down here and I get them in a nice, thumb lock here or whatever, I'm escorting them out of the premises, or I do something here and I take them down to the ground, I'm not in trouble. I'm not in trouble. I remember being in a situation where some guy, he came at me and I went here, boom, tension. I took him down. It knocked him out cold. And when the police came, looked at the CCTV, I said to the police officer, well, he ran towards me and I wanted to grab him and hold him, but as we collided, he hit the ground. But really it was a full-on tension, boom. But it was almost like that got me out of trouble.
Hopefully there's no police watching this video.
Yeah, right. Delete that bit. But if I had just come up and went to him, bang, I would have been in trouble. But I went here, boom. It looked like I just wanted to just hold him. But it was just like here, I went, boom, took him down. So it's just, in situations, especially this day and age, where you've got that culture where everybody wants to sue. Everyone wants to take you to court. Everybody wants, go and hit me. I'll sue you. I'll get money out of you. That's the culture these days. You can't go around punching and kicking people. That's why Aikido, to me, is so relevant, because you can be in a situation, get in a fight, do what you need to do, and walk away and say, hey, I acted in self-defense. I didn't punch him. I didn't kick him. I didn't kick him on the floor. Maybe he hit his head when he fell down, but hey, he was coming towards me. You all saw it. And I remember one of the first things I learned in Aikido was when I first started training, I was about 18 years old, and they said to me,
wait, hang on a second. If I trained you, okay, that means I must have been 10.
This is way back. This is before we met.
I must have been 10 years old.
And the first thing I learned was, they said to me, put one hand in the air. And I put a hand in the air. They said, put the other hand in the air. I put the other hand in the air. And he said, step back. And I stepped back. I thought, what's this going to be? It's going to be great. What are we doing? He said, step back again. And I stepped back again. And step back. And he kept stepping back. And I kept stepping back. Maybe step back all the way to the wall. I thought, what is this? He said to me, that's the first thing you need to learn. And in this situation, you put your hands up and you step back. Because everyone sees it like you're not the aggressor. You don't want any trouble. And that's what the CCTV is seeing. The dude who's filming with his phone, that's what he's seeing. The crowd that's gathered, that's what they're seeing. And that's what the police will see when you're doing this and this aggressor's still walking towards you. And that's what keeps you out of trouble.
Is it only the, I mean, I know a lot of our viewers really want to see the take down someone in 1 second or 2 seconds. We've abbreviated that to 1 second. Watch our previous video. But is that the only use of that, or is there other uses for Aikido in this time that we're living in now?
Yeah, like I say, Aikido for me, we've said this before, and I say it again. I said it before once more, time after time. It gives me choice. It gives me choice. What was that? That was Sugar Bear? What was that? Yeah, Sugar Bear. It gives me choice. Okay? I've been in a situation where somebody, they went to punch me really hard, and they went to punch me with a big hook, and I went, whoa! And I said, hey, mate. I said, calm down, mate. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But it gave me choice. I could have just went bang. I could have went bang. But it just gave me a choice. I didn't want to hurt him. And it just dissolved the situation just like that, without me hurting him, without me getting hurt myself. And that's why I love Aikido. If I never trained Aikido, that, when he attacked me, that would have been me going bang. And I would have got in trouble because I was bigger than the guy, and I would have knocked him out.
How has Aikido changed your confidence?
Aikido, What it's
You
done-
see, when you say choice, okay, for you to have that choice, you need to have confidence that you don't need to do anything else.
The way it's changed my confidence, it's made me avoid situations and not be afraid in situations, because it's taken my ego down. Because when I'm in a confrontational situation now, I don't feel like I need to fight to prove anything.
How has Aikido done that though?
It's just when you know you can hurt somebody, you don't want to. You know, if I could get free McDonald's every day, I wouldn't want it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like when you know you can physically, what you physically can do to somebody, you just don't want to. You don't have the need to prove anything. And that's what Aikido's taught me, especially the fact that you can have a fight and use Aikido techniques and people wouldn't even know you're doing, they may not even know you know martial arts. It's different from, a Tenchinagi is different from a spinning back kick. If you do a spinning back kick on someone, people say, oh, this guy knows Taekwondo. You know, if I do a Tenchinagi on someone, people like the police officer will think that I went to grab him, we got in a struggle. And that, you know, we collided, person fell down. They don't know what to expect. People don't know what to expect with Aikido. That's another great thing about Aikido. In a confrontational situation, people expect punches and kicks. They expect people moving back. You know, they don't expect, you know, somebody to move in and grab. It's the same with jiu-jitsu or something like that. They don't expect somebody to just move in and grab. Anyone who's not experienced in martial arts, unless this is something in a ring where it's an MMA fight, that's a different story. But I'm talking about in the streets, on a street fight, they don't expect Aikido. They're expecting kicks and punches, and they want to keep their distance. They're trying to avoid your punches. And when the person comes in with a punch, they don't expect you to be here. They expect you to do this, and then you try to come with something. That's what they're expecting, that exchange of blows. They're not expecting you to just move in.
Which brings me to our online training, okay? If you can't get down to the dojo, and we'll talk about that later, you can access our online training. Links are in description.
And the good about online training is that you get the way we learn it traditionally, but you also get like a street version of how we do all the techniques as well.
The choice is yours. Anyway, in conclusion.
So, in conclusion, okay, Aikido is very, very relevant today.
Even more so than it was.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
I
just
agree.
need to look at the right people. There's people like Lenny Sly.
Love Lenny.
know.
Lenny, shout out to you.
I train locally to me in the Luton Aikido Club on Trinity Road. I go up there and I train. That's a brilliant dojo.
Shout out to them.
Come down there and train. Brilliant. Dimitri and all the boys. Brilliant. So they make it relevant as well. You've got to find it in the right places. Then it's still very, very relevant.
See you on the next video.
Yeah. I forgot about that.